First off, a huge congratulations and welcome, HESSGA historian. You have stepped into a really, really important role. So in this explainer, we're going to give you the roadmap you need for a successful and, honestly, an impactful year. You ready to jump in? Let's do it. All right, so here's what we're going to cover. We'll start by celebrating your new role. Then we'll figure out exactly where you fit in the big picture of student government. After that, we'll get into your official mission. Yeah, the one written in the Constitution. Then, brainstorm some really cool ways to bring that mission to life. And finally, we'll talk about the legacy that you are about to create.
So what does it really mean to be the historian? Well, let me tell you, it's so much more than just taking notes at meetings. You are now the official storyteller for the entire student body. You are the keeper of your school's living, breathing story.
I want you to just think about that for a second. The events you document, the people you decide to highlight, the little moments you save, all of that becomes the official memory of your school. What you do makes sure the spirit of this year, your year, doesn't get forgotten. That's a huge responsibility, but it's an awesome one, and it's all yours.
Okay, but to be a great storyteller, you kind of need to know the lay of the land, right? You need to understand the world you're documenting. So let's zoom out for a second and look at the structure of HESSGA so you can see exactly where you fit into all of this.
Okay, so let's break this down. At a glance, you can see HESSGA is set up a lot like a bigger government. You've got 3 separate branches working together to make sure everything runs smoothly: the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. Each one has its own unique job to do.
And this is where you come in. You are a member of the executive committee. Now, this is the action branch. This is the get-it-done crew. While other branches might be debating rules or interpreting them, the executive committee is the engine that actually makes things happen, from planning dances to launching cool new projects.
And look at that. There you are, right in the thick of it. You're not just some sideline observer. You have a real seat at the main table. You'll be working right alongside the president, the VP, and all the other key officers. And your perspective, as the keeper of the school's story, is absolutely vital to the decisions this whole team makes.
All right, so now you know where you sit. Let's talk about what you're officially supposed to do. And I'm not just talking about a list of good ideas. This is your constitutional mission. This is the real deal. And what's so important here is that your role isn't just something that was made up. It is formally defined right there in the HESSGA Constitution. That gives your position real authority, real teeth, and a super clear foundation for everything you're going to do this year. So let's look at this mission. It starts with a big one, upholding the Constitution itself. But then we get into the real core of your creative work, keeping accurate records, creating and maintaining the official scrapbook and journal, and running the website. These are the actual, tangible things that you will create and protect, the artifacts of your school's history. Okay, so those official duties, that's your foundation. That's what you have to do. But how do you go beyond just checking boxes on a list? Well, this next section is all about your creative toolkit for making history engaging, dynamic, and, well, actually bringing it to life. I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? It's one thing to just record what happened. It's a whole other thing to make your fellow students actually feel like they're a part of it. So let's dive into some pretty powerful ideas.
Okay, idea number 1. Don't just wait for history to happen. Go out and build the archives yourself. You could start new traditions like weekly history announcements. Imagine a This Week in Our School's history segment over the intercom. Or how cool would it be to document the entire process of connecting with a sister school in another country? You're not just recording history, you're literally making it. Next up, idea number 2, be ready to capture the moment. I mean, yeah, the big events like Spirit Week are a given. But think outside the box a little. A simple photo booth at lunch lets students literally frame themselves inside the school's story. And documenting those weird, unique events like a Top Chef baking contest, that stuff captures the quirky, fun personality of your school that so often gets forgotten. And finally, idea number 3, and this one is so important. Turn your camera, your microphone, your attention onto the people. A senior spotlight is an amazing way to honor graduating students. But what about the unsung heroes? Using your platform to celebrate the custodians or the cafeteria staff, that creates a historical record that's inclusive, and it shows what your school really truly values. So, we've covered where you fit in, what your official mission is, and we've got a toolkit of ideas to get you started. Now we get to the most important part. What are you going to do with it all?
Your term as historian, it's a blank page, and you hold the pen. And if you ever wonder why you're doing all this, just come back to this quote from the HESSGA preamble. This is the ultimate goal. Promoting the values, traditions, spirit, and positive school culture, that's not just some fancy line in a document. As the historian, that is your prime directive.
So, as you start this incredible journey, this is the one question I want you to keep in mind. The events, the people, the spirit, the culture. You get to choose what gets remembered. You are in charge of the narrative. The story of this year is in your hands. Now go out there and make it a great one.